Hello everyone, my name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Hope Gap. This is a 2019 film that was released in May of 2020 here in the USA. So it is relatively new. It might be hard for people to find. It only has 739 grades on IMDb. Anything under 1,000 is pretty low. So this is a really relatively new movie for people to try and find and watch. This does come as a rating of PG-13. It runs an hour and 40 minutes, and it stars Annette Bening, Bill Nighy, and Josh O'Connor. The description? A couple's visit with their son takes a dramatic turn when the father tells him he plans on leaving his mother. This is Hope Gap. Well, hello everybody. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like any correspondence with me outside of YouTube, I do have my Facebook page. It's Danny's Movies and Music. So if you'd like to seek that out, there's lots of bonus material on there, and I'd appreciate it. But here we are talking about new movies. This is technically a 2020 movie coming out in May, and I watch movies like this all the time, so of course, when I saw Annette Bening and Bill Nighy's names come up, I was like, oh, probably a decent movie, you know? And I don't mind British movies at all, especially when they're like this and they're easy to understand. They have a nice, storyline. So, yeah, I mean, I was expecting some good things out of this. First thing to address, because there's probably less positives than criticisms here. I'm going to start with the criticisms. First thing off is the name of the movie. This really bugs me when names of movies don't really have anything to do with the actual movie. But Hope Gap is this place nearby where this family lives. It's kind of a nice memory to hold on to, kind of a nice place to visit when they need some quiet time. And the son and the mother tend to have more connection to it. Gives them a reason to go on a walk and gives them a reason to get away, enjoy nature and the beauty of the scenery that they live around. And that's fine, but it's just not a reason to call the movie that. This movie has to deal with two people separating after 29 years of marriage, and the movie title should display that somewhat. Something of that at all. And Hope Gap just doesn't really portray that. If there's symbolism there, that's nice. You can go ahead and explain it to me, but it just doesn't make sense to call the movie that. So that's the first thing. Secondly is Annette Bening. I'm not really sure why they went with her for this role. I think they just went with two kind of generic actors that do a lot of movies. They, figured this would be another role that they would accept, but I think Bill Nighy was fine. I think that he does a lot of movies, and maybe he doesn't always care about the script or the producer or the director or whatever, that he'll just take roles, But I think Annette Bening should be a little bit more selective, and honestly, I didn't like her lines in this. Like, she has her own way of being annoying and obnoxious and just downright mean, but I don't know if it's all her in the way that she's trying to display this character, but I think it's a lot of just the writing. So I'm kind of surprised that she would take a role like this, because you have to be a little selective, don't you? I mean, as actors, don't you get to say, I don't want to do that awful character. I don't want to do that writing. I mean, you got to have some kind of, pride. So I just didn't like her. I don't know if it was her or the writing, but I just didn't like her in general. The son was fine. He kind of gives us our nice moments for the movie. He's kind of thrown in between the two parents as they start to separate, being a messenger back and forth, and handling business between both of them and having to decide what to tell the other that the other said. So that gets really compelling and kind of hard for the son to deal with. But other than that, that's what we got for this movie. There's no other real characters that matter. We don't get to find out who the mistress is till like 3/4 of the way through the movie, or even longer than that. And so that's kind of weird and kind of a different approach to take. I think I would have liked having her more involved rather than just seeing the two main characters go at each other for an hour plus. So there's not much else to this movie. I'm gonna give Hope Gap a C minus. There are some good things in this as far as the beauty and the scenery and all that stuff. The son does give us some nice moments, some nice feel good moments, especially towards the end of the movie. He starts to try and help his mother with a certain project. And at the beginning, I kind of get some nice feelings from our main couple before the stuff starts to hit the fan. But otherwise, I just didn't really care about this movie, and I actually got kind of annoyed with it and wanted to end it a couple times. But I made it through, and the ending has some nice moments. So that's the reason for a C minus for Hope Gap. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or my other videos, try and get some of them to watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy movies. Thanks.